Hey, rebels! Welcome back. This week, I am officially in my happy place, or one of them at least. We're diving into essential oils and our aromatherapy challenge. And we're not talking, oh, that smells nice. We're talking plant medicine meets nervous system support.
Yeah, because Bonnie lives and breathes this stuff. She's got the clinical aromatherapy creds, the herbalist street cred, and more oils than Sephora has perfume, right? Meanwhile, I got my 3 little oils, and I'm just here trying to make sure nobody drinks, their diffuser blend.
Yeah, please don't do that. Don't do that, rebels, like ever. So, for real talk here. Essential oils are one of the most underused tools in a wellness toolbox. And it's really not, you hear so often that, oh, they smell so good. Well, yeah, but that's not really their purpose. It's not just to smell good. They actually can shift your physiology, your mood, your digestion, your hormones, your sleep, all just through sniffing through your nose and maybe, topical application here or there. So, let's talk about some nerdy but cool science. So, fun fact, we're talking about scent, right? Your olfactory area is in your nose, it's in your sinuses, it's that nasal cavity. It's effectively your scent detector. It has a direct line to your limbic system. And it's the limbic system is basically the part of your brain that handles emotion, memory, and stress responses. The quickest way to get essential oil into your body is through your olfactory system, your olfactory nerve. One sniff of the right oil could literally flip your nervous system switch, calms you
Mm.
down, lifts your mood, or it can fire up your energy.
Yeah, so not just bubble bath vibes? Even though I love a bubble bath, don't get me wrong, but this is biohacking. But yes, it does smell amazing.
It does. It does. All right. So get that note ready, get your paper ready, pull up the app. I want to talk about my go to oils. And these are fairly common oils. These are very easy to receive or easy to find, not easy to receive. Sorry. So my brain went into energy mode. Us. So lavender, I mean, everyone talks about lavender, right?
Yeah.
It's rich in the linalool. It drops your cortisol, eases anxiety, and helps with sleep. This is scientifically proven. And one other little tip as a topical application, you know how you burn yourself on the stove every once in a while? I just did it trying to, it's so stupid. I opened the oven to pull something out. I had, one of the hot pads on one hand and nothing on the other and just grabbed my lavender oil because one of the things they have in a lot of burn units is lavender essential oil because of how helpful and calming it is. So let's move on to peppermint. So peppermint has menthol. Menthol helps you with focus, it helps you with energy, and it's actually a gut relaxer. It's great for headaches, for nausea, for any upset tummies. Grapefruit, one of my favorite scents, has the limonene. It lifts your mood, it supports your liver, and it can even interrupt the signals that trigger sugar cravings. One other tip, peppermint does the same thing. So if you're having a very strong sugar craving and you know it's not from anything, it's just habit, whatever, one drop of peppermint on your tongue. Extract, not the essential oil. Remember we said don't eat it.
Well, we
And let's talk about rosemary.
are.
Rosemary boosts your acetylcholine. Whew, they talk about aromatherapy chemistry. It is hilarious trying to pronounce a lot of these words. This is the memory neurotransmitter. So when you think rosemary, think clarity in a bottle. And then, I mean, of course, I have to mention a digestive blend.
Mhm.
Fennel, ginger, anise, vanilla, bergamot. They all soothe your gut. It calms spasms. It eases bloat, supports your digestion. And really, the best way to apply it is to rub it diluted in a base oil clockwise on your belly. So it flows the same way that your digestion flows. It follows the same pathway, the same movement.
Ooh, love that. I love the smell of all of these things, so I clearly need to upgrade my essential oils, stash over here. So, okay, so we brought up a little bit of safety rules, but Rebels, we gotta keep it real. So, Bonnie, please share what not to do.
Well, something to remember is that essential oils are concentrated plant medicine. Effectively, what that means is they are potent as fuck. And if you do not know what your thresholds are, you could really hurt yourself or somebody else. So, this is why a lot of registered aromatherapists and clinical aromatherapists like myself say no ingestion ever, right? It's not something that we typically recommend. Here's why. Do you know 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is the equivalent of 28 cups of tea? And
Wow.
1 drop of oregano essential oil, not oil of oregano, they're 2 different things, equals 50 cups minimal
Mm.
of oregano tea. And if you don't dilute it and it drops on your skin, you will actually receive a skin burn. So when you're thinking about ingesting these, think about this. Your gut lining is mucosal, the lining in your esophagus mucosal. And I have seen more often than not, people will drop it directly in their mouth and then they have so esophagus burns internally. They're painful and they don't heal well. So please don't do that.
And quick PSA, okay, I have to do this PSA. So, I love that you said oregano essential oil is not the same as oil of oregano. It's a big difference. I took oil of oregano capsules when I long time ago when I was detoxing, okay? Not fun. So, essential oil, yay, helps. Oil of oregano can hurt, especially if you're detoxing. So, my 2 cents there.
Yes, and I mean, I love oil of oregano, I actually recommend it,
Mhm.
um, and if you haven't seen over on TikTok, that's one of the lives that I put out there is we talk about oil of oregano, how to dilute it, how to use it, and ingest it safely because,
Mm.
I mean, oregano is potent, you guys.
Oh,
It heals, it works.
yeah.
So, let's dive into pets for just a minute because people don't realize a lot of people don't realize that, essential oils can be toxic to our fur babies.
Mm.
And most of us have dogs and cats, so we're going to talk dogs and cats. Cats can't metabolize 90% of these essential oil compounds. And if they're diffused in the air, then their olfactory system absorbs it. And once something gets in your olfactory system, it is impossible to get it out of your system without letting your body go through a natural process. This is why it's so important to understand and be knowledgeable before you use essential oils. So, some of the things you want to avoid with cats and with dogs too are tea tree, citrus, eucalyptus, peppermint, cinnamon, clove, any mint, especially like wintergreen and cinnamon.
Mm.
Mm, done. No, don't do that.
Poor little animals.
Yeah.
So if your fur baby's acting weird, it may be the essential oils. So stop the oils, open the window, let them breathe. I had a friend who was telling me she was allergic to oils as well. She's allergic to everything. Uh, but I don't she didn't think that the oils would affect her, but they do. So,
Yeah, they absolutely do. I mean, a good friend of mine, with lavender oil, she has the opposite reaction.
oh,
It is a very negative reaction for her, and our bodies have memories, and effectively what happened is she has a memory of lavender, and anytime lavender pops up, she feels very weird, she gets dizzy, she gets lightheaded. If it's being diffused, she's gotta go. She's gotta go outside, she needs air.
she's yeah, that's so funny. Like there are certain things that affect me the opposite way they're supposed to. Not lavender though. Thank goodness.
Yeah. So let's talk about kids. I had to back off of using essential oils when the boys were born, partly because they were preemies, partly because they were babies. And in preemie world, the way that it works, when they were 6 months, they were 4 months adjusted. So what that means is biologically, they were only 4 months old.
Hmm.
However, because they were delivered early, they were technically 6 months old. When you're looking at essential oils, when you're looking at over-the-counter medicine, things like that, you have to use the adjusted age, not official age. Um, with my kids, I actually waited till they were a good 10, 11 months before I started using essential oils. Um, it's such a super dilution that first you wanna use some of the kid already diluted
Mm.
products. So my favorite is Plant Therapy, actually. My favorite essential oil company is Plant Therapy, and Wise Women Herbals, I love them. They're very particular. You cannot get garlic or oregano essential oil unless you're a registered aromatherapist. Big yeah,
Yeah.
very big on making sure that you use it safely, especially with the kids and the fur babies. So,
Mm.
couple of quick tips is you always wanna dilute essential oils. You're talking like 1% or less, which is basically like 1 drop per teaspoon or tablespoon of carrier oil.
Mm.
You wanna patch test, especially on the babes, a little on the heel. If you're gonna do a topical, a little on the heel. Um, you wanna avoid any mucosal linings, your eyes, your ears, your hair, anything close to that because hair can hit your eyes, it can hit
Yeah.
let's go into your mouth, go into your ears. Um, Pregnant or nursing, just go back to the kids who are under 6 or under 6
Yeah.
months. I there's just so many that are such a no-go
Mm.
and will cause such negative reactions.
Yeah. I'm so glad that we're doing this and talking about all this because essential oils are everywhere, right? And they're not the cleanest. Like they're at stores that you're like, no idea where these came from. And we're using them and not listening to our body. So let's talk real life use, right? Troubleshooting. So thank you for that. So I've heard this, right? We're speaking of lavender. I've tried lavender and it just nothing happened. It doesn't work. What say you, Bonnie, about that?
I mean, that is totally fair. It's totally plausible. I have essential oils I absolutely love, but they're not for everybody. Like, you have to find the oil that's gonna work for you. Um, I mean, there's a couple of things to consider. It's your state of mind. Are you so extremely stressed out and overwhelmed that you can't feel it?
Yeah.
Um, are you not using essential oils consistently enough for what your body needs? And, maybe the quality of your oil is just complete crap. So with essential oils, something that you can do without even talking to us is put a drop on your finger and rub it between 2 fingers. If it feels oily, like olive oil, coconut oil, oily, then it's been diluted too much
Mm.
and the quality is very poor. So a lot of your supermarket finds, the things you find in the grocery stores, even those organic shops, you guys, even the organic ones, they can be total crap. So you really want to get high quality.
Mm.
And like we were talking about, your subconscious memories play a role in whether an herb is going to work for you. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means that for whatever reason, you're wired differently. And we all are. We all are wired differently. So if it doesn't work for you, look at quality, look at how you're using it, and look at your very own mood, state of mind. And
Mm.
between all of that, you'll figure out what's wrong. Maybe you do need another oil.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about this in our 90 days, and, like, when it comes to food, right? What works for you and really leaning into that because I think we compare so much, right? We do. So well, what's a whole nother podcast. But so think of essential oils like supplements for your senses. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So it's like consistency and the right fit can equal results for you.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just like what we say when we're starting people in our 90-day, or we do our VIP deep dive for the VIP one-on-one clients, is track and then we tweak. And that's what you need to do. Your brain will lie to you, people. Track it, put it into black and white, and then go back and tweak whatever you're using, however you're using it. Like, for instance, if lavender's making you too sleepy, then try bergamot. And I
Mhm.
get it. Oh, you can use bergamot to either calm your system or to energize you. That's how it works. It balances their nervous regulation and then gives you energy. Biology. Um, if your peppermint is not sharp enough, if it's not working well, use peppermint and rosemary. Just layer it in. There's nothing saying you can't use more than one. Just do your research, pay attention to your body, track, and tweak.
Yeah. Love it. And it smells good too. All right, so let's talk challenge. We are throwing the challenge for the week. So rebels, pick one essential oil that you've heard about today that supports whatever your current struggle is. Is it bloating? Is it stress? Is it sugar cravings? Don't we love that there's an essential oil for that, my people? Yeah. Are you tired? Right? So you're going to pick one that speaks to you depending on what your current situation is, and use it daily this week.
Yep, exactly. And there's a couple of ways that you can use it. I don't want to scare you away from essential oils. So powerful, they're so helpful, and they're so healing. So there's a lot of things you can do with them. You can diffuse them. You can inhale it from like a tissue or a cotton ball. Like some of the things that people will do because you don't want to, fill up an airplane with essential oil smell. You don't know how other people are going to react. So you take a couple of cotton balls, you put one drop on each, put it in a little plastic baggie, and put it in your purse, and you take it with you. And as needed, you pull one out and sniff it and put it back in the bag.
Mm.
Goes in the bag real quick, sniff it, seal it back up. You can also dilute essential oils, rub it on your belly, rub it on the inside part of your wrists or the pads of your feet. And then here's one, especially for cold and flu season coming up. Put a couple drops in your shower floor.
Mm.
It creates this steamy magic, and it's gonna wash away. Once you put soap in, it'll wash away, but the aroma in the air stays for a little bit of time. And, it's what a lot of people call herbal magic.
Mm.
And the biggest magic of all with herbs is consistency.
Yeah. I might be taking plastic bags with cotton balls and essential oils everywhere. That's such an awesome tip. Yeah, because some places don't have great smells, just to get the smell away. Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh. So, okay, rebels, if you need help choosing an essential oil, please be in our community. Please join the community if you're not there yet. DM us in the community, especially Bonnie. She can really help you. She can give you real recommendations. Like Bonnie knows what is up, and she's not trying to sell you and on anything like MLM buys, nothing like that. She's just going to help you pick out the essential oil. So if you're not in our community, join us and please share. Until next time, Rebels.